Tisha B'Av, a day of destruction, a day of sorrow and mourning in the Jewish calendar, an auspicious day in Jewish history. From the destruction of the temples to the fall of Beitar, the Spanish Inquisition, up into the Holocaust, it's a day where bad things always seem to happen. Why is this so? What happened on Tisha B'Av that caused this day of suffering for generations? Let's go back to the first ever Tisha B'Av. The Jews are in the desert and life couldn't be better. God showed up and He's been dominating. First He takes them out of Egypt with 10 awesome plagues. Then He walks them through a sea and reveals Himself on Mount Sinai. Now they're eating food from heaven and are surrounded by clouds of glory. What could be bad? Everything is now poised and ready for them to enter into the land of Israel to live in peace and prosperity forever. God tells the Jews, get ready to battle. The Jews say, what? Battle? What do you mean battle? Battle. You're going to go and conquer the land of Israel. The Jews say, wait a second. Aren't you the one that fights battles? I mean, we can't do all the cool miracles that you can. And God says, no. It's you. You're going to be great. I'll be right behind you. So the Jews say, then we got to send in spies. The Jews send in spies to spy out the land. And when the spies get back, the entire nation gathers to hear the report. They stand up in the middle, and a hush falls over the crowd. We spied the land, and we can confidently say, we are going to die. There is no way we're going to win this war. There are giant and fortified cities. We're going to get crushed the minute we step foot in that land. And the people hear that and begin to cry and weep all night. And God says, since you cried over nothing, false tears, b'chiyas chinam, you'll cry for generations. I have a question. Isn't God supposed to be all merciful? I mean, how could He say, you cried for nothing, and now you'll cry for generations? Where's His compassion? I thought He's supposed to be our loving Father. And then I heard this answer. If you look closely at the words of the spies, they say the following. V'nehi be'einenu kechagavim, v'chein hayinu be'einehem. We appeared in our eyes like grasshoppers, and so we must have been in theirs. They didn't say they were weaker. They said they felt weaker. We think we can't. We think we're not strong enough, so then we must not be. And God says, who gave you the right to say you can't? I'm saying you can. And God says, this type of attitude, false tears, will cause your destruction, not because of me, but because of you. The I can't mentality will stop you from bringing your own redemption. Because in your lifetime, you'll see challenge, and you'll have the ability to overcome it. You can heal things, fix things, change the world. You can live in peace and prosperity. You can. And when you're up against a fight, if you say, I can't, I'm a grasshopper. If you let your subjective fears dictate your objective reality, you'll fail every time. And that's the root of destruction. The first time that attitude was introduced to the world was on Tisha B'Av. And every year afterwards, Tisha B'Av comes to remind us that we haven't freed it yet. Tisha B'Av is the day when we mourn for all the things we could have done, but we didn't. When we could have been great, but we didn't try hard enough. We didn't believe in ourselves. We gave up. I can't be a better friend. I can't be a better spouse. I can't not do the wrong thing. I can't reduce strife and hatred. And that's the attitude that leads to the destruction of our relationships, our community, and ourselves. That's the destruction of Tisha B'Av. That attitude each year keeps us crying and not rejoicing. This Tisha B'Av, let's realize how much we can do and how much we can be, and resolve that this year we won't allow false tears to stop us from bringing our redemption.